to a new tutorial presented by the SchrDbb. Today we are going to see the different urinary catheters. So you need to know that there are different forms of urinary catheters. You have urethral catheters and you have ureteral catheters. Now, the urethral catheters can exist in this form. This is a one-way catheter. You see, at the terminal portion of this catheter, there is only one entrance. Is it clear? Now, this catheter, which is a one-way catheter, is also called catheter of Aspi catheter. Is it clear? The second catheter that you see here is a two-way catheters, because you see at this terminal here you have two different entrances. So you have an entrance in order to drain the urine, and you have an entrance in order to put a balloon such that here is going to open up such that here the balloon is going to be produced. Now, in this one-way catheter, it is only used for drainage of urine. The next urethral catheter is a three-way catheter. This two-way catheter first is also called Foley catheter. Now, this is a three-way catheter. Another name is also called catheter of Dufour, as you can see the name here, Dufour. Now, you need to know that this three-way catheter is called three-way catheter because it is made up of three entrances. One is for the balloon here, the other one here is in order to drain urine, and the third one in order to irrigate. Irrigation is such that fluids can enter into the bladder, and then it can be drained towards this other part here. Is it clear? Now, the next one here, as you can see, is a ureteral catheter, and a ureteral catheter is made up of two main catheters. You have one catheter here which has this encircled portion here. It is called double G catheter, and this other catheter, which is just long and green here, is just a ureteral catheter, the long ureteral catheter. Is it clear? So let us visualize the different characteristics of the different catheters. So to visualize catheters, the major characteristic of the catheters is going to be the color. Is it clear? So you need to know that the colors of catheter ranges from the sizes or the caliber of catheter, which depends on this color, is going to range from 8 to 24. So when you see color 8, it's going to correspond to the blue catheter. When you see color 10, it's going to correspond to the black catheter. When you see the white color, is going to correspond to it's going to correspond to the 12 caliber, the size 12. If you see color, the next is the size 14, which correspond to green. This green here correspond to size 14. The next one is size 16, which correspond to the orange. The next one is size 18, correspond to the red. Then we have, after the size 18, which corresponds to the red, we have now size 20, which correspond to the yellow. And then we have size 22, which correspond to the violet, not on this table. And then we have size 24, which still corresponds to the blue. Is it clear? So these are the different things in order to visualize here. So the next thing under the characteristics, you also need to know that you have the characteristics of the balloon size. So the balloon size, you can visualize here. You can see the balloon size number. Usually this is going to, as you can see here, there's a writing which shows it contains 5 to 15 mils of cc. So it just tell you that the balloon size, this is the next characteristic, just to tell you that this balloon size is going to contain 5 to 15 mils of any fluid. Is it clear? Or you can just put air. Now here you can visualize also this one has a different characteristics. The balloon size here is also going to be different. So you may not see it very well on camera, but it is written here that the balloon size is going to contain 80 mils of fluid. After that, now we have the urethral catheters. These are the urethral catheters that you can visualize there. That we said the double G catheter, and then we said the urethral catheter, the long urethral catheter, and lastly we have the guide wires. These are the guide wires that are used in when you are doing a nephro, when you are doing endoscopy. So this particular guide wire is called the zebra guide wire. So say thanks for your kind attention.